race to 4, correct?
Yeah, I think they're going 4 in the front, 3 in the back.
Okay. Hello. There we go. We got it now. Thank you, Mr. Steven. All right. Better late than never. U.S. Open One Pocket Championship. First TV match of the day. We just started at noon, which is about 13 minutes ago. We have Steve Ellerman. Boy, that's a good one. Mitch Ellerman playing Steve Lingelbach. Mitch is now residing in Las Vegas, originally from Arizona. And Steve has been a resident of Oregon, Portland area for many years. He and Carissa Biggs ran on the, I'm trying to think, was it On the Wire? It was a magazine, newspaper for several years, and billiard supply store and a bunch of other things. And very active in the pool community up in Pacific Northwest. And this is game one in a race to 4. All right, I was mistaken. That happens about 3 times a minute. This is the second game. Mitch won the first game. The ball count is 3-0 on this game. Mitch is a very, very capable player. You know, nobody has to like playing Mitch. And he can play all games real well. I'm not really too confident on how his one pocket game is, but as good as he plays, he's got to play one pocket pretty sporty too. He won the Jay Swanson Memorial on 9-foot table here maybe 7 years ago. He won the U.S. Bar Table Championship when it was up in Reno in one of the disciplines. And so he's a nationally known player. I'm getting joined in the booth by Mike Najarian, Dirty Mike. Pretty knowledgeable player. In fact, you should, if you get a chance, go to YouTube and what's the site? How did they get to that video of yours? Just wait a minute, we'll get you.
Little Mike.
Okay. Now say it again.
It's Little Mike at Fata Vlogs.
Okay.
It's you can. I got.
Also, you said like split the difference if you look at it.
Split the difference aiming system.
It's pretty cute. You pay attention to it. I mean, he's got like it's only been up 30 days. There was like 110,000 views. So.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and he's a pretty knowledgeable player. So. Well, if he was playing bank pool, that'd have been a hell of a shot.
Really, huh?
Yeah, especially at that speed, you know.
This is a great match here. You know, you missed the first game. Steve had Mitch. You know, Mitch is our guy, anyways, right?
He plays pretty good.
But Steve had Mitch. He really, really stuck, and Mitch ended up making a great shot and running 8 and out.
Wow.
But as you see here. I don't know that I'd have chose to kick at that ball like that, but I'd have probably tried to get in between the 8 and 11. But
yeah, a lot of players will just take all the balls upstream, you know. Then it makes a very long game.
Oh, it does.
The races on this tournament are 4 on the winner's side, 3 on the loser's side.
Yes,
and
sir.
We're planning on 2.5-hour matches. Hopefully we don't get stretched out somewhere, but we might have a match that goes, that happens. It happens.
Oh, yeah, look at the finals with Corey at Hard Times.
Oh, well, that was...
3.5 hours from one
game. We had one with Corey and Dennis O'Cuyo. It took 7 hours.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Well, we're not qualified to do commentating.
Yeah.
We do know how to talk.
That's for sure.
And we'll have quite a variety of commentators in the one pocket. I got wrestled into doing most of the banks because it's a little bit of a... Banks is an interesting game, but it can get a little boring. And the comments, the entertaining part of that whole banks thing was listening to the comments on the chat because people were saying, man, they're missing everything. Until 30 minutes later, they realized it's a bank pool instead of 8-ball. Yeah.
This is the best game to sweat that there is.
Oh, one pocket?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
listen,
got
this
everything
this
in
is
it,
this
yeah.
this. Yeah. Well, yeah, I really appreciate banks. You learn so much playing banks. You really do.
Hey, but on the West Coast,
yeah.
as you know, they don't play
They don't
much
play
bank
banks.
pool. We don't
No.
play bank pool.
Well, we're hoping to develop it a little bit. The advantage that everybody has now is since we have a permanent facility at Griff's, we'll be having all 5 of the U.S. Opens that we have, which is 8-ball, 10-ball, 1-pocket, banks, and straight pool, are all coming to right here. And Matchroom just announced that the U.S. Open 9-ball is coming to Vegas, $300,000 purse, and that's going to be in April of next year. And
Oh yeah.
and then the Jay Swanson Memorial we're moving here, so we're going to have like some this.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Vegas
you know,
might become a pool town
You
again.
know, you got to understand one thing there, Mark.
Yeah.
Okay, you probably got the nicest pool room in the world, let alone the country.
Well, there's some pretty
Okay.
nice rooms in other places in the world.
No,
but
I
maybe in
understand
the
that.
country,
But you got. I mean, this room is set up where there's booths around every table there are in this place. This place you could eat off the floor. Number one, there's pictures of pool players from Willie Moscone, Greenleaf, Efren, everybody all the way around this pool room. And it's so comfortable. It's nothing filled with diamond tables. That's all he's got here.
and it's no smoking.
And it's no smoking. That's correct. And the food is great. What more can you ask for?
Yeah. No, it's a
And there's good action here too.
Yeah.
They got tournaments. I don't know how many days a week. Sundays, Mondays, Fridays. I
Yeah.
play in the Scotch doubles.
the chip tournament.
Yeah,
That
chip
thing is
tournament's a lot of
blast.
fun.
That
And
is fun.
you can't ask for more of a pool room than this place. He's really done a great job.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Well, we're trying to make a statement, trying to make pool more of a commodity, say, in Las Vegas than it is. There's so much to do in Vegas. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you compare Vegas to Phoenix, and Phoenix is such a pool town, it's crazy.
Really?
Oh, there's 5 or 6 rooms with like 25 to 35 tables. And
Wow.
There's leagues every night, tournaments all the time. It's
Well,
crazy.
that's good for pool.
It is great for pool. Phoenix is probably the best pools community in the country.
Well, that's one to be said, but that's great. I mean, there's a lot of great places out there with a lot of pool players and a lot of people that are interested in it. But yeah, that's tournaments, leagues every night of the week. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Is everybody else involved?
Yeah.
We just don't want a few people that are great involved. We want
Yeah.
all the beginners
Yeah.
and intermediate and great players. It used to be you couldn't play a great player without paying a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
But now you can get in the leagues over here, and you have an option to play them as many times as you want, and it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't forget to share this feed with your friends. It's CueSports International on Facebook. And it's live, Facebook Live stream, or I guess they call it Facebook Live.
Steve needs 3 balls. He'll probably try and get up behind the 12. I don't know. I can't really see the 5. I don't know if the 5 balls.
If you got straight on the 5, you'd be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit that pretty good. He might have hit it too hard.
Maybe. Sure did.
Oh.
He's got
Well.
room now.
Yeah. When they're close like that, that's a tough shot.
Of course.
It just gets too close.
And if you use any type of system at all, you got to go all the way opposite of what you normally do, because you can't hit where you're hoping to aim. But you can't sell out here. Look at the
correct. It's
6
pretty.
and the
It's a
11.
pretty safe proposition.
Yeah, the 6 and 11 can't be made. So, I mean, that's,
And if he makes it, he can have a shot on the 5.
if he hits it with inside English, or send it to his hole and hide the sausage.
There's nothing wrong with that
Nothing
shot.
wrong with that at all.
He may just have to make it.
Yeah, it's how he's going to make it. He's going to have to mass
curl
around
around
the
it.
ball.
Yeah, there's enough of it to make. Yeah. Ooh. I don't know if he wanted to come
now-
up that far.
Now he could 3 rail. No, I don't know if he can. He'll probably hit the
Yeah,
6 or 11.
He's looking at the 5, but those sometimes you can't tell from the camera really what you've got there. But
Of course.
He can obviously hit the 5, but if he really tries to make it, he may scratch.
Yeah, I don't
Real
think he
tough.
can scratch it. If you look through the windows here, I don't think you can scratch.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Mitch made a little boo-boo there.
Yes, he did. I
Unlike-
thought when I made the comment on that, I thought that was his hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't looking. And
Well,
Steve's a great player. He's been around
Steve's
for a
a
long
pretty
time.
capable player. Kind of off the radar of a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, he's not really a known player, but you're in the Pacific Northwest, you know him.
Of course, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah. 1-1 in a race to 4.
Yep. Mitch's last break was kind of bad for him. He sent all the balls, and then Steve made a great shot and sent them all to his hole. But, thank you. So hopefully, you know, he's still breaking kind of weak. If he adds a little bit to his break and puts that cue ball between the second and third diamond, he would block everything. But now Steve can kick at the 11-4 if he wants to, or he can hit the 15 out, put him against a stack, a lot of things, but then it just causes problems as well.
Yeah, they say, you know, on paper the break is an advantage, but this really was a little bit of what we did. The cue ball just did not get high enough.
11-4.
He's going to kick at him, and
Told you.
just like that.
It's kind of.
Yep.
And he made a mistake. He couldn't hold up the cue ball behind the 11. Why didn't he shoot the 11 in?
I think he's going to.
Yeah.
He's going to drag it up for the 9 or the 8.
Ball.
Yeah.
And break out the balls and get into everything else.
And you know, Mitch is a hell of a shot maker,
Oh,
so
sure,
he
yeah.
can go for these things. Like I can't go for a lot of the shots
Oh, yeah.
because they're gimmies for
He's
him.
got no
and
fear.
they're- Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah. Well, that just shows you
This game's over.
what the price of a mistake can be.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Mitch is so, he plays so great. He really does.
His rhythm, he's so friggin' fast. It's you know, when he gets like we had him in the Swanee a couple of times. I mean, and he won it once, and even the bar table. It's like he's running around the table.
Yeah, of
Just
course.
boom, 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 boom,
Yeah, boom,
over.
boom, boom. Yeah. Yeah, and he doesn't look like when he's down on the ball, and then you see him, he just makes everything.
Yeah, yeah, real calm.
He plays so well, yeah, just like nothing, just smooth.
Yeah.
He just gets down and fires.
But that cue ball's the cue ball didn't travel really. It never left this
Yeah,
eighth of a table.
He never left more than like, on all of his shots, his cue ball didn't go more than like a foot and a half.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what happened the first game. He ended up running 8 now.
Yeah. Well, you can learn. The nice thing about one pocket, that's probably the best game to watch on video because you can really learn.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you don't learn a lot playing 9-ball or 10-ball by watching it. You know, because it's
Yeah,
you can
know
learn
the
some
patterns.
cutesy things.
You know the
yeah.
patterns the guys are going to
Yeah,
get out
yeah.
and what they're mostly going to get. But the one pocket, you know, you can see, as you said from the video, where guys make mistakes or
Yeah,
how to improve.
yeah.
But I've never missed a ball on the rail. Have you?
Well, no, I understand. Yeah, armchair quarterbacks, we're all good.
Yep.
This is the first tournament that we've played. If you make a ball in the break, that you have to re-rack.
Then you have to re-rack.
And the reason I went for that was because we are playing rack your own, and people are just getting too knowledgeable on the mechanics of racking.
Oh, yeah.
And I just don't want the debate. I just don't want to have the possibility of somebody kinking the rack. Look at this shot.
This shot.
And that was a pretty wide open shot.
Yeah, that was
I mean,
wide. He tried to
really-
run into the 5 ball.
Yeah,
He
but-
tried to run into the 5 ball
yeah.
and bank the 12.
Yeah,
But that was pretty
yeah, a little
kind of wild.
loosey-goosey, yeah.
He probably didn't think he was going to. He probably thought he was going to run into the 5.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if the 3 goes by to 5. Looks like it kind of does.
I
but
think
looks
it does. But
half a pocket. So, but with everything over the other side,
yeah,
it's, he'll probably draw it.
just
a
draw
little
it back. And,
bit. Yeah. Guess not. He says he's not taking any chances. Now he's going to probably use the 11 to get the 12 out of there.
Yeah.
He has to do something. You can't just keep the balls there.
Can't leave him there because he's going to lose them.
And you can't bank the 3 and leave the ball in the stack. Even so, he's going to get in another trap. So
yeah. He's got to get him out of there while he can.
He's got to smash him. Mitch is too much to be reckoned with. And
yeah, you can't.
balls
You
open.
can't give him
You
air.
can't leave him nothing.
I'm not so sure.
I don't think he tried that. I think he tried to hit the edge
Yeah,
and make the 12 ball go up the table.
That's what I would think.
Yeah.
That wasn't that much of a gimme.
Right.
Listen, making the other ball sometimes is a very smart move.
Well, of course.
How many games have you cost trying to get a ball out when you should have said, screw it, just
you're
give
right,
it to him? Yeah, we've all done that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And got 3 or 4 or 5 balls or ran 8 now because
Yeah, he got greedy.
Yep.
Greedy to save one ball. Sometimes you just got to give that ball
he'll
up.
probably try and 3 rail the 11. Can't really 1 rail it. You got the 14 right there. Or he'll go off the 13. I would go off the 13. He's gonna 3 rail the 1 ball.
Three rail to 1, looks like. But he's got to be careful where Whitey goes. That one he's going to have to hit
Yeah,
it
of
with
course. Even if he gets up too
Yeah.
high, if he gets way
Yeah.
up there to 14, Mitch is gonna fire at the hole,
Yeah.
and you don't miss either. So
Well, that's that intimidation factor. Nobody
that's
really
true.
plays one pocket like it used to be played. You just wouldn't.
Right.
You wouldn't shoot a shot if it was risky. But they shoot so good now,
Yeah, they do.
and the equipment. It's not like they shoot that much better. It's the equipment makes
You're
the
right.
fast cloth, perfect balls.
Yep, you're absolutely right. These diamond tables play great too. They really do.
I think they do. Yeah, we're
What
gonna
a
get.
play.
Yeah.
Great shot, Mitch. What is Steve going to do here? He's going to probably.
He's got to try to bring the cue ball back in that hole. If he can,
No, he's going to
something.
probably try and put the cue ball up to the right corner pocket somehow. That's what he's going to do, or get it on the other side of the stack. I don't know how he can. I don't think he can hit the 4 ball.
Yeah, he's behind the edge of the 8, so he can't even bring the cue ball this way one rail.
Right.
He's
So he's got to go off the 8 if that's the case, and come to the other side by the side pocket. But if he doesn't go far enough, he sells out.
I like your shot. If he can, he should be able to hit the 1 about a quarter hit on the 1, a
and
little
send
right
the
English,
cue ball
take it
all the
way
way,
up,
yeah.
hit the long rail, and almost scratch, type of thing.
Yeah. He can also even go off the 11 and put the ball to the end into the end rail.
Yeah, but that's hard to cue.
Well,
to
no,
hit the
I
11,
don't think so. Oh yeah, but
he's
I think
over the
maybe he can
back
go
so
off the
bad.
edge of it and put it in the put it into the end Indian rail.
Well, that's what he's
And,
trying. Ouch.
No, I didn't like that at all.
Oh, no.
I'd have kept his ball.
Just like Banks,
Yep.
scratching is really a mistake in this game.
Yep.
Between, it's one thing in a rotational, but
Of course.
but
It's real important.
it's nasty in one pocket Banks.
Yep. Well, he may have got himself in a little bit of a spot here. I don't think he has enough room to make. Does he? Can you see? Does he have enough room to make a 7 ball?
It's close enough that he could make it just by spinning.
He
a
can
little
spin
bit.
it in.
Yeah, I don't even know if he has to spin it.
Yeah, he'll probably stop it there and bank the 3, or he'll get on the other side for the 14. But that's kind of, even if he makes a 14, he's going to send balls to Steve's hole.
Ooh. Well, that's pretty
Yeah,
creative. He was trying to reverse it and come back all the way
come
around.
all the way back around.
He didn't hit that one really that well for what he was trying to do. That's an interesting shot if you guys don't
Yep.
know it. It's
Efren hits shots like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's effort. Come on. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
He's flirting.
yeah,
He's flirted.
Yep.
Now he's out. That's careless.
yeah. That is careless. But I think we've all been careless a few times.
You think?
In our life.
Well, you lose your sense of your priorities here, you know. And it
Yep.
depends if you're an aggressive player or a defensive player.
True story. I would send the 1 ball, 3 rails back to the hole.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what he does. And when you get scratched, the cue ball is in the kitchen,
Yes, sir.
and we go by base of ball.
Yep. If he,
Well, that's what he
There he
tried.
goes.
Yeah, but he
a great shot.
well, you know something? He got
Beautiful
closer than
shot.
I thought he did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. I'd have probably tried to keep that cue ball though
Yeah,
between
behind
the
stack.
second and third
Yeah.
third diamond,
Yeah.
or drew it into the
Yeah,
stack.
he hit that real high for the cue ball. I thought.
But he still hit it good.
Yeah, he hit it real good. Came out, but I didn't think I didn't think he hit it that well when he cut it loose. That's a good cue ball.
That's a good cue ball. And Steve's got no choice but to go off the 14. I don't know if the 211 go. I don't think it goes. May go. No, I don't think it won't carry him off that ball.
No, but he can move some balls there, but it's
Yeah, it's
you got to be really careful because he hit a little fat,
dangerous
you're gonna
shot, yeah.
scratch. So. We ended up with 29 players, so
Oh
let's
yeah,
see, 29.81. So it's a little over $13,000 prize fund, I believe.
you got all great players.
Yeah. There's some good players. You know, we missed out because it conflicted with that Scotty Townsend event.
Right.
We did announce ours first, but they just weren't aware. I'm not trying to blame them by any means. Things happen, and we've been in contact, and we're going to try to make sure it doesn't happen again. So nobody's blaming anybody. It's just unfortunate for the players because they can't be two places at once.
I wish I could have played, but I got sick and
Yeah.
you know things didn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Gee
that's
whiz.
it. He should have went off the 14
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
He could have just come off the rail and stuck
Yes,
him
it was
behind
safer.
the 3
It was
ball
safer
against
off that ball.
against the bottom.
Yeah, it was safer off the 14. But you know, again, it's always easier from the chair. But
Yeah, it is. You know Mitch, right?
yeah.
What's Mitch going to do? Is he going to bank the ball or fire the 14 and break out the stack?
Steve looks perplexed.
Yeah, but he hits the ball so good, you know. And
Yeah, he's gonna fire that to whatever is 14. I'm colorblind.
I think he is,
Oh,
too.
that's what they were looking for, coins. Usually, if there's a coin on the rail, that means somebody owes a ball. And if
Yep.
you can go backwards in this game.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
of
Cliff
course.
Joyner, who's kind of been on everybody's mind because he had a stroke
yeah.
of some sort. But the last news I heard was pretty good. But I actually saw him go back like 6 or 7 balls.
Yeah.
and on top of that, he was spotting a guy like 13-7 or
Yeah,
something.
really.
But I actually watched him run 15 or 16 about
Of
3 or
course.
4 games in a row. It's insane. He was a powerhouse there for a few years. This was 10 years ago or so.
He sure was. He still plays great.
Oh,
though.
he still plays great by the normal people standards.
It's world-class 1 pocket
Yeah.
he plays.
Yeah.
Look at Mitch. I mean, look, Mitch just fires everything in the hole. He just got a bad rub. He got a bad rub on the balls.
Yeah.
And, you know, he barely made the 4 ball. But Ronnie Alcano's over here.
Yeah, world
He's my
champion.
hero right here. This is
Yeah, world champion.
and a great person too.
Yeah.
I like that shot.
Well, the main thing is he
You're
put the cue
hiding
ball.
everything,
Yeah, and he could have been a little more fortunate. The one could have hit thinner and actually got to the pocket too. So on a variable.
Mitch has to stay out of the trap here. Steve will probably do the same thing. Probably come off. I don't think he'll leave him. He shouldn't leave him up the table. He'll come off the 1 ball. He should leave him by the 2nd diamond. or between the second and third diamond.
Well, either that or he's going to hit this stripe ball and follow it up with a right hand cue ball and have it curl to the end
But
rail.
then what happens is, unless he can get to the side rail, because what will happen if he does that is he'll leave the bank for the 2 to send to
Well,
the
yeah,
other
you got to
side.
be careful.
Yeah, like I said, the other side of the table.
Well,
That's a shot. You're right.
distance is your friend, but
Of course. Yeah, but he isn't going to shoot the 10 ball.
no, oh no,
That would be
no,
crazy.
no, that's no.
He's just going to get that ball out of there. Is he a 15-2 wired?
I don't know.
He can do the same thing. He can bank the 9 ball, send it, or 13 ball, and send it to his hole right here.
Yeah.
And he'd be in the same predicament he was before. Put the cue ball at the end rail. If he makes it, what a great shot that was, huh?
Yeah, and with a little bit of luck,
Yeah.
if he had hit it square, then he would have been right into the pocket. One of the players left a really nice cue stick here yesterday. So our customers are very honest and everything, so they turned it
Of
in.
course.
I don't think we've ever really lost a stick or anything out of this place. We've had people, call us from New York saying, "Hey, I left my jump cue there."
Right.
A couple days later, it turns up and we send it to them or whatever. But
Well, you know what? I've as much as I've come here, I've never even seen anybody fight over here.
no,
let alone
we've never,
anything else, you know?
we've never had a fight.
And
Probably
I
the
mean,
biggest problem we've had is that we've caught people smoking in the bathroom because this
Yeah,
is
really?
a no smoking establishment, and they think it means no smoking here, and they can smoke in the
Right.
bathroom. So we went and got some new signs. Got to put them up and says so they understand there's no
Of
smoking
course.
in the bathroom either.
that was a
that's-
great shot by Steve. I can't say that I really like the cue ball, but it was still a great shot. You got to give the credit where the credit's due. Told you, I think that 15-2's wired. He's checking to make sure it goes to
Well,
the
there's a little bit of
kid or
distance there,
not,
and
yeah.
that distance can get you in
I
trouble.
don't know, but if it's straight in the hole, it's never
Oh,
gonna get
yeah,
trouble.
I totally agree. But sometimes you can find a way to miss those if you start.
You can
getting cute.
also send that to the hole and have the cue ball go on the other side of the 3 ball. But I don't
Yes.
think he's going to have that issue. I think it's dead in the hole. Yep. And he got an unfortunate
Yeah,
rub.
he didn't get much value out of that.
Nope. Doesn't look like things are going his way too well. Unless he can do it. Maybe he can. He's got enough.
You gotta be so
that's
careful
funny.
on this shot. You can hit that cue ball
Yeah.
twice. Well,
He nailed it.
yes, he did.
What a shot that was.
That was a good shot.
It was a great shot. Yeah. He should be out from here. Probably shoot the 13 ball or the 9 ball. Come around. He has to shoot in the 9 ball. He has to come. I don't know if 15 goes. Does it go? Probably.
Well, he's a capable
He should
player.
be out
yeah,
from
he's
here.
supposed to be out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to get the next 4. It's 4-4 in a ball count.
Yeah.
There's no reason why he shouldn't
Sure.
be able to get.
There's a couple ways of doing it, but
Yeah,
mainly,
yeah.
those 3 balls are right there. Yeah. And then he can either go up for the 15 or end up
Yep.
with for the 3 or the
Last
6.
ball is either
going
going to be the 3 or the 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lingelbach's a seasoned player. He's a
Yeah.
great player. Been around for a long time.
Oh yeah. I played him one time, and that was at the BCA Nationals. I'm guessing around 2000.
Really?
Yeah. And,
Did you beat him?
No, he got me. But he had me like 4-0 or something. I got Hill on him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or something like that. But he got me.
That's nothing to be disgraced over.
No,
that's for
no,
sure.
no.
I'm not sure. Oh, I guess so.
It's funny. I can even tell you it was in one of those side rooms. This is the Riviera. It's one of the side rooms. I can tell you within 1 or 2 tables. What it's funny the things you remember.
I know, huh?
You know, I can't remember what I ate yesterday, but I can tell you which table I played on
Exactly.
15 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty
I
crazy.
wish they could take the camera and take a picture of the sandwich that I got waiting for me back there.
Well, hey, go eat it, or bring it up here.
It's okay.
Yeah. No, it'll just get all.
I'll eat it in a little bit.
Yeah.
When the match is over, I'll still have room to eat it. There he goes. He's out.
Should be it.
Should be it.
Yep. And the score is 2-2.
2-2.
In a race to 4.
Yep. Steve's break.
Is
Isn't
he
it?
aware that
Yeah.
he's out?
Mitch only got 4 balls.
Well, he's going to run a couple more. What the hell?
I guess so.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if Mitch had 4 balls.
Oh, yeah, he owed one. Remember?
Oh. See? That penny.
See,
There's
that
the old
penny.
penny.
And that was fast because didn't even see the penny from over here. And if he would have wiped out the balls, right, that'd have been a foul trying to wipe up the ball.
Yep. Yep. Live and learn.
Yep.
Go eat. Really, go eat. Mike's going to take a chow down break. He's got a good looking meal there. 2-2 in a race to 4. We'll get the money payouts down here in a little bit. They may have them done. I just don't have them in the booth. He stuck Whitey. That was the most important aspect of that shot. Hope they closed the door. Yeah. As I said, 29 players. This will turn out to be a pretty a good event as it get a couple more years behind it. I'm not sure. I don't have it in front of me. This is probably the 14th or 15th U.S. Open one pocket we've done. It's only the 5th U.S. Open banks. We haven't had a bank tournament since like '07, and we had a one pocket tournament 2 years ago. We missed last year. The last one we had the straight pool in the banks at Windsor Locks in Connecticut, and it was 1 week after the Hopkins. It was the Hopkins, then it went to Darren Appleton's event, and you would think the East Coast would support the straight pool and the one pocket. Well, they didn't, and I'm not going to force things. And the players made the decision. I mean, there was 82 players, 92 players, I don't know, 110 miles away, and 1 day away, and they elected not to come, so be it. Move everything to Vegas, we can have a little more control. It's a little easier for us, way more economical for us. We've got the streaming capacity set up here, and we'll just build it here. Not a problem. So I expect in another 3-4 years, when we get all 5 of the U.S. Opens, plus the Jay Swanson, start rocking and rolling. Plus we have had monster action in this room. We got a couple of local guys that play a lot of poker and pool players, and I've never seen anything like it. Okay, you should be in.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah. The French dip was phenomenal.
I had one yesterday and I loved it. It was good.
Great.
It was good. It was good.
It was so big, I gave half to my buddy Kenny.
Oh yeah.
I said, "Eat this. I can't eat the whole thing." surprised he missed that ball.
I don't know if it looked like he was trying to dance around that, afraid of the kiss, but he's pretty reasonably safe.
Yep.
Except I think he'd go rail first, take it out.
Yeah, better to hide the sausage anyways, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then he could have shot the 15 ball and broke out the stack
Yeah.
even safely.
I mean, Mitch has got to be the favorite here, but he doesn't have to win this game.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a
good
nice
shot.
little touch.
Yeah, it was. His cue ball's good.
It is.
Mitch's cue ball is just.
Well, that's when because he's that level of player. I mean, he is really a good player. You know, Fargo-wise, he's like a 760, 7.
Yeah,
I don't know. I can
course.
look it up, but he's way up there. 750. I don't know.
Yeah, he's one hell of a player, that's for sure.
What I have found when you get to that level, you know, most guys will play the cue ball in an area. They play it to the point.
Yeah.
You know, and they can, you know, it's
Within an inch.
Yeah, and they can control. They know what the English does.
Of course.
You know, down to real precise.
They know exactly where the ball's going to go and what it's going to do. Yeah. Well, that's the name of the game, anyways. You know, when you get to that level.
Yeah. Plus, he's a pretty talented guy.
He's real talented, not pretty talented. And what room does he play out of? Griff's.
Yeah, mostly here. Yeah. Well, we're starting to cultivate some good following.
A lot of action in this room too.
Yeah, there has been.
Every day, all night. You got guys betting. You got some guys betting 10,000 a game over here.
It's been pretty crazy.
It's been crazy.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, $2,000 and $3,000 sets all the time. And if you're not looking for big stuff, there's $20 a game and $50 a game one pocket.
Yeah,
all the time over here, and it's great because a lot of pool rooms have no action.
Yeah, and most of the action here has been one pocket.
Yeah,
and we have a lot of it's on the TV table, which is 4 1/4 inch pockets. Right. Then we have 2 at 4 1/8, and everything else is the standard 4 1/2.
Yep. Every time I come in here, I live far away, so I don't get around to make it here. But today's Friday, and you know what tonight is, right? Scotch doubles.
Well, no, not with the tournament going on.
It's canceled.
We had to cancel it because we have this Scotch doubles chip tournament that is just a blast, and it can be male or female.
It's like
female.
the funnest tournament I've been in a long time.
Yeah, it's real cheap, and it's
what a shot! Look at this shot.
Yeah,
hides him behind the stack, puts a ball in front of his hole. If it stayed on the end rail, it would have been better, but still hit it perfect.
Yeah, he can get it out though, I think. Did you know Toby used to?
Cool. Toby Flaherty.
Yeah. He would come behind kick shots, like that, the ball out.
Same thing.
He was so good at those.
He sure was.
And he'd kick bank them if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He would.
He had those tables dialed in, those 2 pit tables over at the
Toby was a great.
There was about a 5-10 year period of time. He was a monster. He and Jack Cooney would match up several times.
Yeah, look, you win $750,000 off of archery.
Yep.
I'm not saying I really like that shot right there, but it wasn't.
It wasn't all that bad, but he hit it a little fat. He needed to curl it. He needed to spin it more, get it past the rack.
Yep. If he could have got behind that one ball and got another ball to the end rail, so there was the 13 on one side and the 15 or whatever on another, that would have been perfect. What is Steve going to do here? He's jacked up over a ball. He'll probably go off the 8 ball. Send it on the other side of the stack, or he'll come off the 2 and come off the side rail and come to the middle of the bottom rail. Whatever's more comfortable for him. I mean, even if you get that ball out of there, one ball's not going to make a difference.
Yeah. If it was me, I'd just play the 8, just bank the 8
1
back into the rack and put
come
the
off the 1 and come to the end rail and see if Mitch is going to do anything with it. Because the 14 ball doesn't go.
No, it's true.
Still a great shot. Still a good shot. Safe.
There's always, usually there's a lot of options. Once in a while you can just get in a trap, then there are no options.
Right.
Well,
No, I'm thinking he's going to come off the 8-ball.
yeah, he's not
send
shooting
another
over a ball, but he's
Yeah.
on the rail, so it's he
That's true, yeah.
hasn't made too much progress in the last 2 strokes.
Yeah, but he'll just come off the 8-ball.
Yeah,
And,
that's what I think he's supposed to do.
leave that ball,
Just
2-ball in the
bank
end
the 8
rail.
back into the rack.
That's it.
Yeah, just
Yep,
like there you
that's
go.
it.
Boom. Pretty straightforward.
How come you didn't play in this tournament?
Well, you know, I lost my right eye. I cannot. I'm in trouble. I
You
can't,
know all the moves.
but I can't execute it all.
Well, when I
I'm not
show you
lined
this,
up. Yeah,
when I
I
show you
need-
the split, the
yeah.
difference, it's anybody can do it.
Just missed that kiss.
Yeah, but he may get another
Looky
kiss
here.
at 10 hole. As
Yeah.
that look at the 10-ball wired.
Yeah. I don't think so, but
No,
it could be.
it's close. No, the
He's-
8-ball looks
he's
wired.
just gonna
Actually,
shoot
the
the
8-ball looks wired with the. From over here, it does.
Shoot 13. I'm not sure where he's going with the cue ball.
Yeah. A little bit too hard. Because that 8-ball's wired, that 4-8, you can't see it on the, really too much the angle on the video, but I'm looking straight at the 4-8 from right here, and it's dead, so see what he's going to do. He's going to try and,
He's just going to cut that
Cut
ball
that
in, probably
15
drag
ball
the cue
in.
ball up and
Yeah.
shoot that other stripe in.
look at this guy here. Wow. What a shot.
I'm not so sure. Well, that's just fine because he's just going to cut it in, and the cue ball is going to be on this
That's
side of
right.
the table. Doesn't make any difference if it
Doesn't
goes or
make any
not.
difference if it goes or not. Still in front of the hole. And you know, Mitch, he fires him in from the end row.
Yeah, he's
Phenomenal player. How do you think Steve's? He's wondering if he can get on the other side of that.
I'm wondering if he can get
That
to it.
button ball,
He
yeah.
may have to almost masse it.
Yeah, he'll have to do
Can't tell.
something.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yep,
he's got
that's
to
what
masse
he's gonna
it to
do.
get to the rail and hope he doesn't leave a bank.
He may make the ball. He hits it good.
Yeah,
Yeah, what a great shot
that was a good shot.
See, you got more moves than Bobby Fischer, Mark.
Yeah.
You know
See,
them all.
yeah, and then this is where Toby would he'd rail first and bank that across.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to shoot the 8,
Get in the hole.
and he tried to move the 11
Yep.
too. See a little sophistication there.
I'll tell you what, I was watching, even though Mitch lost the ring game last night in the bank pool. I mean, this guy has so much talent.
Yeah.
It's off the hook.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a nice 6-handed bank pool ring game, and you get paid by the rail.
Who ended up winning?
Niels Jacobs.
Neil Jacobs.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
boy, he's a
wow.
banker.
Yeah, he sure is.
And then he
You
and
think?
Mitch matched up playing 8-ball and banks last night. I'm thinking Mitch got him, but I left.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mitch fires the ball in better than Neil does. But the bank pool, I'm not. Neil. He was doing some stuff that was just off the.
Yeah, but it was expensive because the cue ball would get away from him.
Right.
You know, and you'd
Yeah.
scratch, and it just that's that style. So, you know. But he's definitely played some banks.
Yep. Is that a 10-ball? Must not be wired.
I don't think so.
It must be close though. Either that or a 3.